Welcome to How to Increase Audience Engagement, how to create effective moderating for a professional and interactive experience. Upon completion of this section, you will understand the role of the moderator MC and the impact of an MC on your virtual event. You will know how an MC or moderator works at a hybrid event. You'll be able to describe the skills of a good moderator and know how to choose the right one for your event. And you'll be able to DIY the role if necessary. I'm Claire Forrest-Deer. I help people to present themselves, their businesses and their ideas, and I love helping people tell their stories and engage all kinds of audiences. Following a 20-year career working as a TV and radio journalist across the BBC and for UK commercial stations, I now run Speak Up event hosting and communications, working as an MC and a media and presentation trainer. My work involves hosting and facilitating conferences, roundtables, panels and webinars on a multitude of subjects and across many industries. My clients include both small and large businesses, including large blue chip firms. An event moderator is the master of ceremonies of the event. They're also known as an event host, an MC, a facilitator, a compere, or a continuity presenter. But let's stick with MC or moderator today. Their primary role is to look after the audience, which is even more important at a virtual event where the attendees can be more easily distracted by their screens. He or she is there to make sure the speakers can do their best job and the audience gets the most out of the day or the session. A moderator introduces the speakers and he or she makes sure as well that the speakers stick to their time, and the moderator also asks and moderates questions. The moderator provides the glue, the connection between the attendees in the event. They're the energising presence, encouraging interaction between the audience members, which is so key with a digital audience who are easily distracted and less engaged. What does the moderator do? Their job involves giving speeches or presentations to the audience, ensuring continuity of the proceedings and monitoring the agenda to ensure the event runs smoothly, as well as introducing performers or speakers. And they provide the connection between all the different talks and different sections, and they help with the event running order. The duties vary according to the event and the needs of the client, but typically they would include the moderator working with organisers prior to the event to go through expectations, understand the goals for the event and discuss the agenda. The MC then usually has to carry out research into the event topics to prepare for any panel discussions they might be required to moderate. They then prepare scripts for their presenting sections and introductions for contributors and speakers. Some MCs choose to specialise in certain industries, but most tend to keep their options open so that they're able to research and learn about new industries, subjects and trends and work with all kinds of clients. The MC can also get involved, as I said, in helping to prepare the agenda, planning out the schedule, timing all the different sections and transitions. What skills does the MC or the moderator need? Well, they don't need to have any formal qualifications per se, but hosting an event really well requires a specific skill set that is much more than entertaining a crowd or having a polished speaking voice. An MC must be an excellent public speaker, but they also need the ability to make an audience feel at ease and create a good atmosphere. They need good time management skills, the ability to chat and engage with all kinds of people, and a sense of humour and flexibility are key. A good moderator needs the ability to be spontaneous, to think on their feet, to be able to ad-lib and take control if there are delays or problems at an event. And the moderator should be energetic and bring confidence and a lot of experience in live presenting. A hybrid event combines a traditional live in-person event with a virtual online component. The event has therefore two audiences, one in the real life room and one digital, so double the need for a moderator. You need an MC more than ever now to keep both audiences engaged and involved. One must never feel less important and the host must play to both. The hybrid MC needs to host both spaces, virtual and physical, to ensure that both types of audience are keen to interact, take part and get involved in the event. It's worth comparing the role of a hybrid MC to that of a TV presenter who's engaging a studio audience and the viewing public at home at the same time. The hybrid host will work really closely with other members of a hybrid event team, for example, the tech director, social media staff, and AV teams. They require additional talents and skills to those that we mentioned in the last slide. Just like TV presenters, the hybrid MC needs to be comfortable reading and presenting using auto cue and also at receiving direction from organisers and a director via their headphones while they're talking live in the event. Now it's time to put what you've learned to work. On the next screen, I'll introduce some instructions for a self-paced exercise, and at that point you can pause the video to complete the exercise and start again when you're ready. There is no wrong or right answer to this, but hopefully it's got you thinking about how a moderator can influence the engagement of the audience and contribute to the success of an event. How to choose the right moderator. Choosing the right moderator for the event will depend on the client and the style of the event, and it's worth interviewing a few people as prices and services can vary wildly. Most moderators will have a minimum hourly fee that they work to, but you need a proper conversation with them so that they can understand the exact requirements before quoting for the job. They will factor in not just the hours on the stage or the online stage, but the preparation and research time, as well as the time that they'll spend in client meetings and on social media marketing or any extras the client might like. If the quote is considerably cheaper than their competitors, the MC may not be factoring in prep time and assuming that you're doing it all for them. However, the opposite can also be true. The very expensive and famous hosts might expect the same. So in that case, make sure you ask yourself, what do you really want? A professional host to work hard, engaging the audience, keeping your goals front and centre, and really ensuring your event will be a massive success, or a name that you hope will be a draw at the event? Before you book your host, get them to tell you about the other events that they've hosted and to give you testimonials. Ask them what do they think is their role, what kind of information do they need for the job, and they should have a lot of questions for you too. They should want to know about the background to the event, the draft programme, the kind of speakers you'll be having. They should be asking, why are you running the event? What does success for this event look like for you? And what are the 3 key things you want your attendees to take away from the day? Now it's time to put what you've learned to work. On the next screen, I'll introduce some instructions for a self-paced exercise. And at that point, you can pause the video to complete the exercise and start again when you're ready. What are the 3 things you need to ask when choosing a moderator for your event? Your answers on this exercise could be, tell us about other events you have hosted. Please share testimonials with me. What do you think your role is? What information do you need from me? How do you decide on your fee? What services do you include? You can also question yourself, what kind of moderator do I need? A professional MC or a celebrity to be a name to draw attendees to come to the event? If the client doesn't have budget for a moderator and is determined that they can use a staff member, then essentially they're choosing to do it themselves. They're choosing to DIY the moderator role. So here are some things that these moderators need to consider. The audience must be the focus. Bring energy, warmth, and charm to your delivery. Write a script, even down to the thank you, so that you're never stuck for words. Please don't read from it though, just refer to it. Will the event end on time? Are there going to be any breaks? Will someone be explaining to us how to use the technology? These are the kind of things that your attendees will be distracted by, so they need this key event information as early as possible. Research the speakers really well. Don't just read out their bios when you introduce them. Try and find out interesting extra information about them that the audience couldn't just read in the programme. Have a few spare questions for the speakers in case one of them asks the audience if they've got any questions and then they don't get any back. That way you can swoop in with your own questions and save any awkward silences. Additionally, you need to plan for delays. You need to have some extra things up your sleeve to talk about so that you can fill in if there are any delays or glitches. We talked today about what a moderator is and what they do. They give speeches and presentations to an audience. They ensure the continuity of the proceedings. They introduce the performers or speakers. They are the glue between all the sections of the event. They are the voice and face often of the event. A moderator's primary focus is the audience to ensure that it gets the most out of the day or session. We also discussed the skill set that a moderator brings. They must be an excellent public speaker, make an audience feel at ease and create a good atmosphere. A good moderator needs good time management, the ability to chat and engage with all kinds of people. They must bring energy and a sense of humour. Flexibility is key. They also need the ability to be spontaneous, to think on their feet, to be able to ad-lib and take control if there are any delays or problems at the event. We also listed the basic requirements that you would need to moderate an event yourself. The audience must be the focus. Write a script, give key information early on in the event, research the speakers, and have spare questions up your sleeve and content plans as well in case of any delays. Virtual events are not like live events. The event organiser has no control over what their audience is choosing to do. The attendee is not physically in your event. They're not situated in our conference centres or hotels, drinking the coffee that you provide or sitting in the rooms that you've arranged for them. They've got many other demands and distractions on their time, and we know that online attention is shorter than that in person. Event organisers need to do all in their power to keep their attendees interested and interacting inside their virtual venue. A moderator is a key weapon in the engagement arsenal. Don't go into battle without one. Next up, we'll dive into the section how to create new ways to engage with your customers to develop deeper customer relationships.